Welcome back. Let's talk about this man, the magic man, Mo Salah, showstopper yesterday. 4 goals in Liverpool shirt. He's got 36 for the season, 28 in the Premier League. Big win for Liverpool yesterday. Stuart, you saw him, obviously you predicted greatness because you saw him first game of the season, didn't you, in Liverpool colours when they played Watford.
Yeah, crazy game that was.
He's obviously got man of the match in every single newspaper across the board this morning, for good reason. Did you give him man of the match that day?
I didn't know. I didn't predict greatness. He played OK that day, he scored, but nothing sensational. I think I gave him some like 7 out of 10, and we had to do a little rating as it was a focus on new signings, and I said he'll play better than he did today. I didn't know he'd get to these levels, so it's extraordinary to score 28 league goals already. He's not a centre forward. I think I saw stats in this, he averages 1 every 85 minutes in the Premier League, which is crazy. It's kind of like Messi, Ronaldo levels in La Liga in the past. So he's been an amazing signing, and it seems crazy to say for 37.5 million he's a bargain, but he is, because his value must be, what, 3-4 times that now. He's mesmerising. The ball seems to be sort of tied to his boot, and you almost know what he's going to do at times, or you think you do, but defenders are powerless to stop him, and he's a real game changer for Liverpool. I know we'll come on and talk about the City game later, the Champions League game, but he's the sort of person that could swing a tie like that, because he's just so talented. And it's amazing that he's gone to another level, because when you look back on his career, if you look in Italy, it was 1 every 2. So I don't think anyone could have predicted that he'd sort of explode.
Which is
onto
good.
the scene.
It's more than it's a good record,
yeah,
isn't
for a guy who plays on the flank and comes in, absolutely it is. But the figures we're seeing this season are incredible, and you'd have to say it must be a really close run thing between him and De Bruyne for Player of the Year. I think a couple of months ago I'd have thought De Bruyne was nailed on, but I wouldn't necessarily now, because I think Salah deserves to be up with him on that same level.
Are we seeing a difference in the way in the responsibilities of wingers in English football? Has there been an evolution and a development? Because the old school, if I think back to the great Manchester United team, say with Andrzej Kanchelskis, his job was to show a defender a clean pair of heels, get to the byline, and cross it for Mark Hughes, Brian McClair, whoever was up front for Manchester United at that particular time or that particular week. But are we seeing a different style of winger here, where these guys are not encouraged to cross the ball, they're encouraged to get themselves into positions where clearly they can score goals? Yeah,
absolutely. I think when you talk about that era, it was predominantly 4-4-2, so teams were set up differently then anyway, and it was the case of getting to the byline and trying to beat the full-back and putting a cross in. Those days...
That was almost the job of every team, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the way English football teams...
Everyone played 4-4-2 then.
John Barnes scored a fair few goals from wide positions at that time, so there were players like that around who did cut inside and score goals. But I agree.
It's pretty unusual to play, as they call it now, sort of outside in, don't they? Where people are constantly, as we talked about Rashford in that game against Liverpool, coming in, left to right, and it's a shift, a tactical shift that's happened over time, and you're looking for probably more goals rather than just assists now from a wide man. But if you look at Salah, I think he's set up 9 Premier League goals as well this season.
Yes.
So he's
amazing. He's got the time.
Plus, exactly. Plus, his actual conversion rate. You can go through all the stats. One of the most telling is the amount of it takes him shots to score goals. So he converts so many chances. I suspect. I don't know. I didn't see the game. I just saw it in the corner of my eye in the Old Trafford press room. But I think probably he might have had 4 attempts on goal, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe
4 shots, wasn't it?
Maybe more. But basically what I'm trying to say is the percentage that he converts chances into goals seems to be extraordinarily high. I mean, Jurgen Klopp actually did say as well that I think everyone knew that he was doing OK in Italy, he was doing well in Italy, he was well thought of out there. Jurgen Klopp actually did pay tribute to his transfer department. Often, particularly at Liverpool, for example, we have derided the recruitment process, and the fabled transfer committee. Well, on this occasion, I think Klopp was almost intimating that it was they who came to him and said, listen, this guy can do it here. Obviously, he's tried before. I do think also, as well, just a small thing on these type of players, they are getting more protection from referees. They do get more protection. They can express themselves without real fear of being bullied out of a game. So I think that helps. And also, you can't ignore the role that the whole fluid 3 of Liverpool and the support they get playing it. He clearly relishes, I know it's been said many times, but that combination with Firmino is just exceptional. Apart from, of course, not last week at Old Trafford when, he did get the attention that he maybe didn't get yesterday when he was double marked, when he was treble, when he literally was suffocated by that United defence. So, and that's what he's going to have to put up with when it comes to the big games. Maybe not against Man City, because that's probably not their style, but against someone like United.
On that note, can I be just slightly cynical? I've got a little image of my mind of Harry Kane in rehab, watching the highlights show, saying, "Oh yeah, he's a one-season wonder." The same sort of criticism we levelled at him.
Mate, that is cynical. There's cynical and there's cynical.
I think
so. It's all about next season.
I think he's got to. Before we get too excited, I think he's got to carry it on into next season, because, like you say, there are going to be managers who are going to try and work him out, and work out that Liverpool system that are still piecing that together. So I've no doubt that he will still score goals. I don't think he'll score quite so regularly next season. But and he has got that time in Italy to back up to show that he is a proper player. But we've all got excited about players who've done it for one season before and then disappeared. So that's all I'm going to say.
Who are your top 5 one-season wonders?
One's at the top of your head. I'm just trying to think who.
Well, we can come back to it. It seems a bit unfair to ask you that.
I'm not suggesting he's going to be a one-season wonder. All I'm saying is that
Harry Kane.
Yeah, Harry Kane, a great one-season wonder.
Messi?
Yeah, Messi. What's he ever done?
He won't do it again, will he? Yeah.
I mean, and what will happen in this day and age, of course, is that you still probably won't be able to sort of go onto the news or go into the Spanish news and find, this guy is, although he's only been at Liverpool for 9 months, he's going to attract attention now. These figures that he is posting are headline-grabbing figures. They are astonishing. Absolutely astonishing.
OK. So the suggestion there is, can they keep hold of him? But where would he possibly go to get him to bring him back and to English football? And I did think, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I know.
Because Stuart says the Chelsea experience puts you up.
But then within 6 months they're paying £75 million for a centre half. It was okay. It was decent, but it's £75 million. It's more than double they paid for Salah. What I would say about the Chelsea situation is, don't forget, the players that were blocking his pathway at Chelsea are still in that team. Willian and Eden Hazard. Probably Willian, probably more than anyone. I think blocked his path then. And do you think that Jose Mourinho would, at the time, see what he would get at Willian in terms of an all-round contribution more than Salah? And he was younger then, and he clearly has matured into a very good player, and the experience in Italy has obviously done him good, and now he's clearly in his prime. Okay. You can't keep everyone, can you, at a club? No. You can't just keep everyone. It's okay saying, well, this with De Bruyne or Salah. Well, you just, but they had a big team. They were winning things. Don't forget, they were also winning things. So
they then sent him out on loan to Fiorentina.
Yes.
So is no one keep monitoring at Fiorentina thinking, oh, he looks all right, maybe we should bring him back and give him another go. Yeah.
It's hard for Chelsea to monitor all their loan players abroad, isn't it? You need to staff for thousands, wouldn't you? Let's face it. How's he doing? But where's he? Oh, he's doing that. Yeah, exactly. He's one of ours, is he really? So
Florence isn't a bad trip, though, is it?
No, it's a great trip. But I know what you mean, but I just think that was... I know it wasn't that long ago, but in terms of his football development, it was a long time ago, and they had a good team that was winning trophies, so I can understand the mitigating circumstance.
All right.